What J.J. Abrams has done.
So what was more challenging, stepping into this franchise in 2009 and rebooting it, or following up something that was considered such a huge success?
You've just got to go, haven't you?
I think they were equal challenges. I remember being terrified in both instances and then meditating on the same way of dealing with that terror, which was my job is not to be intimidated by the success of everything that came before. My job is to help JJ tell the best story that he can. And when I put my head down and just focused on what was in front of me as opposed to what was behind me, I was able to do it.
Now, the process of writing this script was long, and it involved I forget what it was, an 80-page Uber outline or whatever. Was there a question of which direction you were going to go, or was that always locked down from a very early start?
We had conversations during the first movie and then right after the first movie came out about, okay, we're going to do that thing that we talked about, right? Yes, we're going to do it. And then, because I still had a couple seasons of Lost left, JJ was starting to write Super 8. Alex and Bob, Alex had his movie, etc. We're like, let's meet up again in a year and start to really hammer this out. So we lost like almost 2009 to 2010 was a wash. We didn't really dive in on this movie until summer 2010.
Now, speaking of schedules, I know you're currently working with Brad Bird on a new movie. JJ's about to do Star Wars. Bob and Alex probably they've got lots of things going on. Paramount want a movie in 2016. That's pretty much a given, I would assume. So what's the chance of the band staying together for 2016?
I mean, I think we have to fundamentally accept that JJ is not going to direct this movie, although I wouldn't rule anything out. But if Star Wars is indeed coming out in the summer of 2015, unless the cloning technology that I'm not fully aware of exists, it's going to be tough. But I really hope that everybody who worked on these last two movies continues to work on what comes next, perhaps in a different capacity. But I just care too deeply about Trek to step away.
What would be the process of finding a director because there's something about this movie, or these two movies, after seeing it, they fit together more than any other two Star Trek movies. Even the two Nimoy and the two Frakes directed movies felt differently, one after the other. Finding someone to step in and do a third, you'd want someone who could keep that going, right? So what would be the process like of finding a director?
Well, I don't think that you're asking a question that is far advanced beyond any conversations that we've had so far. JJ is such a unique talent that finding someone who does what he does is next to impossible. So I think that step one is find someone who has a passion for Trek and a passion for these two movies and a vision for what comes next.